In this video, I'm going to be going through my interview with a pro player and giving you the step-by-step guide to becoming a pro player in Clash of Clans, as well as giving you the armies that you should start to focus on if you want to do well. How long have you been in the professional scene as a player?
Yeah, I am in the professional competitive Clash of Clans scene for like 1.5 years.
What happened that made you realize that, hey, I want to be a pro Clash of Clans player?
Actually, being an eSports player is my dream for a long time, and I thought joining a team might be a really good option for me.
Yeah.
And I thought, let's give it a shot.
I know a lot of players, they want to become maxed before they start esports. Do they have to, or can they start esports before then?
Most of the times, max town hall players are preferably chosen by the esports team leaders. If you are not max player, yeah, you can join esports events, but they are going to be limited. Most of the players you will face in esports maxed. Yeah, they are always maxed.
I always tell my viewers too that, you know, to try and max their town halls, right, as much as possible before we start pushing on to other things. You know, a lot of players are in that situation where they're maxed or they're really close to maxed, right? In that situation, what is the first step that you would recommend players take if they're considering becoming a professional Clash of Clans player?
They should do some Legend League practice attacks. Most of the bases they will see are Legend League style bases.
Is there a level that they have to get to?
If you persistently push 280 plus every day in Legends, I think it's really good time to enter esports.
So 280 plus is what a lot of players should be going for, around that number, right? This is a question that I'm even interested in myself, right? Do you recommend players learn one attack really well, or should they learn multiple attacks?
I think players need to learn at least 2 attacks that they can use in every attack.
At least 2 on every base, so you should have the confidence to hit with 2 different styles of attack, just in case. So right now, from what I'm hearing, it's step 1 is like really get to that max level, right? Step 2, start playing in Legends League and try to get to that point where you're hitting 280 plus a day. Step 3, have 2 attacks, right? 2 attacks that you can pretty much hit any base with. What is the next move? So how do they start getting into the events?
For a recruitment site on Clash of Clans esports event, they could be recruited from a team leader and they can join the tournaments. They should always have a Discord account created.
Go to a Discord for specific events, right? Go to looking for a team and just wait for somebody to reach out to you or to draft you. Now, once they draft you onto that team, you might stay with that team or you might go to other teams. Is that how it works?
Yeah, actually you can stay in your team if you're really happy with them, or you can change your team.
As long as you go to that tab, you're looking for a team, then you can get picked up, right?
The team leaders will DM you and tell you, are you eligible for tournaments? Do you have time? Are you busy?
So let's talk about times a little bit, because players don't understand, because it's not easy to understand what it takes to be a pro player in Clash of Clans. How much do you practice a day, and what does that practice entail? Like, what are you doing?
The player is really expected to play more and be online in the game, because you are not a casual player anymore. You are in a team consisting of 5, also more players. You need to play hours if necessary. Pro players cannot participate in clan wars. If you get in any clan war, you are pretty much done for 2 days and you can't get into any tournaments.
Right.
It puts you a cooldown and you cannot join any tournaments.
Pros not only have to be adaptable, they have to be available, they have to be on time. These are really big things that players need to make considerations for. I also want to talk to you about time. How much time do you play per day? 5 to
6 hours a day, sometimes 3 hours a day, but it's never less than 3 hours a day practicing your attack strategy.
5 to 6 hours, and I think a lot of players aren't realizing, you know, it takes 5 to 6 hours a day. How does base building work? Are you buying bases from Blueprint? Do you have a specific base builder that you like going to, or are you just copying bases and maybe moving things around, traps and things like that? How does base building really work in the pro scene?
I'm not a pro base builder, to be honest. We have a sponsor, our sponsor bringing us new layouts, new bases.
This is a little bit for my own interest, but also for the viewers, anybody who's watching this. Do you think there's enough money in the Clash of Clans scene right now? Is this a sustainable thing for people to do if they don't have any other source of income?
If your team is really good and strong, you can pretty much go to some of the top rankings and earn some money.
What do you think it takes to become a pro?
If you really love esports event and Clash, always keep that practice up. You always need to keep your shape up. The second thing is, the most important thing is creativity. The pros are really creative in their hits, and the other thing is, I think becoming a pro requires really big patience. Not all your attacks is going to be 3 stars or high percentage 2 star. When I first started an esports event, I was really getting 60% 2 stars, and I wasn't really happy with my performance, and headed over to the FC clans and practiced for hours and hours. Now I am getting consistently 3 stars, sometimes really messy 95% 2 stars, to be honest. The other thing is you should have determination with persistence to enable your success of becoming a pro. The other thing is communication. You are not playing this game individually anymore, you are in a team. The other thing is the adaptation, because if anything goes wrong, I don't know, do you remember fourth attack in the last World Championship between Queen Walker Stephanie and Stripe Gaming? Kazuma's healers being hit by a balloon dive and activating the Town Hall, but he still tried to get at least 2 stars on the board. If I were in this situation, I would be really panic and start the Lalo, to be honest.
Thank you so much. I think cleared up a lot. I do want to ask, what role does Clan War League play? Or does it play a role at all? Would you recommend that players play up in Champions before hitting the pro scene? Or as long as they're hitting the 280 plus in Legends League, are they okay?
If they have no experience in Legends League, as I told you, 280 plus a day, if they don't have that experience, I wouldn't recommend going into, especially not going into Champion 1, because it's the league all pro teams are in. You wouldn't be happy facing them.
Now, we did talk a bit about 2 attacks, right? We want to have at least 2 attacks. Yeah. 3 would be great, right? But at least 2 attacks that we can hit any base with, right? Are there any attacks that really last the test of time that you would recommend that players, if they can learn, try to learn this attack, because it is an attack that doesn't fade?
They should always learn the Queen Charge Lalo, Zap Lalo, and I think the other thing is Zap Titans, because if you really funnel them right, Titans can smash the bases left and right. And the other thing is, that's the really top one, the Skelly Bat Donut Lalo.
Oh man, I like those. So Queen Charge Lalo, Zap Lalo, Zap Titans, which is not an army I expected you to say, actually, to be honest. The Skelly Donut Bat Lalo is really interesting. So that's for players who really want a challenge, right? But obviously it can be super effective. Sinte has shown that. Anything else you want to share with any future players that might want to become pros? Anything, any words of advice, or just personal anecdotes, anything that you'd like to share?
You will make so many mistakes. Don't get frustrated so easily. Learn from your mistakes and try not to do them again. Try something new. Watch how pros do it in competitive season. Have patience. Good things will take some time.
Now, the hardest part about becoming a pro player in Clash of Clans is getting to that max Town Hall level, and this playlist right here is going to give you the most efficient way for you to be able to get that done.